Domo, welcome everybody. Today we are playing Doppelgänger, a Hollow Stars official visual novel. For those of you that don't know who Hollow Stars is, they're the boy branch counterpart to Hollow Live. So if you know your Guras, you know your Corones, imagine them having a penis, and here you go. Yeah, it's like this came out like not last Halloween, but I think like that Halloween before. It was finally on sale, so I picked it up. Yeah, it's a peepee day. But yeah, Domo Peepo, Domo Neros, thanks for the 21 months Cosmic, Domo Moonlit Wolf. It doesn't matter if you can't come to every stream. I appreciate when you're able to come. Domo Ikajo, Domo Catalyst. I hope I said your name right. Yes, hello, Domo Vivi, Domo Vicente. Yes, hello, welcome everybody. So yeah, basically how this goes is that, you know, there's 6 routes plus a true ending. It's not super long. We might actually get through all this in one stream. If I don't, I'll just wrap it up Saturday. So yeah, without further ado, let's go. What's your name? Bloody. Are you sure? Yes. I am Bloody. Yeah, you got your jelly beans. Jelly beans are good. I like me some jelly beans. An empty hall? Or is it more like a cave? You wandered empty space for what feels like an eternity before happening upon 6 doors. You sense different, but vaguely familiar presences on the other sides of each. Inhale. Exhale. Dot, dot, dot. Inhale. Exhale. So here we can have a male Coroni? Sure, why not? But nah, all of the characters in this visual novel are like evil alternate universes of actual VTubers. So you can look them up and check them out if you want. Somehow you know that your journey won't end until you've passed through all of them. You may take as long or as little as you'd like, but you must still pick a door. Alright. Now then, which will it be? Alright. Yeah, so we've got Demon King, Exiled Prance, Showman, Karasu Demon, Huntsman, and the Abandoned Automaton. Yeah, very evil. Much sauce. Yeah, I did look up a recommended order, so we'll just follow the recommended order for the most part. I know it's like, for some of them it's like, they said to do these 2 last, but then it's like, it's like literally the person that plays this person was like, play my route last. So I'm like, I'm gonna listen to my Kami Oshi and play my Kami Oshi last. So we'll start off with the Abandoned Automaton. It's partially voice acted, if you're wondering. So you're gonna have to see me do terrible impressions, and God, I hope they never find out about it. Yeah, no, the Huntsman looking mighty fine. Like, no, by all means. Rain slips through the green foliage above me. It falls and patters against my skin and hair. As my clothing starts clinging to me, the air around is rich with the smell of wet leaves. Personally contact every one of them. No! It's not bad. Oh, Domo Shadow Man, welcome. Thank you for the 100 biddies. Arigato gozaimasu. What'd you just walk into? Well, as the title suggests, we're gonna hang out with some sexy demons, and they're probably gonna kill us horribly. Brought to you by the people that made Hololive. Strange, I can't recall what happened between when I'd stepped through the door and now. Oh. But perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Of course, the way back to the Tempest Guild Hall wouldn't be as easy as going through the right door. Tempest is the name of the group. Like, you know how some of the groups in a gen will have like a name? Tempest is the name for this group. The clips from this stream will be legendary. Yeah, by all means, clip. You have my permission to clip. I even have a clip command for those of you that are lazy. There's no point in sulking. I may as well try my best to figure out where I've turned up. I know it's a forest at least. Came by to give bits and bounce? Yeah, no problem. Absolutely. Thanks again for the biddies. You have fun with whatever you're doing. Thank you. Then again, I know a lot of forests. I've never been good with distinguishing one from another. All trees look the same to me after a while. If only I were Mechana X Flayon. The guild's pilot always seemed able to memorize landmarks without trying. Yeah, thanks for the Shadow Gang money. Always appreciate it. He really needed to check his maps after an initial expedition, and I always reached out to him when I found myself lost somewhere. Oh, there's an idea. I think to check my communication device and contact him. Yeah, your clip button. Yeah, it's like Twitch Mobile be stinky. I know. Will we find more Mantids? It's like, yeah, we can get some Mantids. Absolutely. Come on, Flayon, pick up. Yeah, the Twitch Mobile experience. Drat, failed signal. You've got to be kidding me. I give it another try. Ugh, failed signal again? I hear something or someone approaching, but have no weapon. It's like that iPhone 15 upgrade made clipping 5 minutes faster now? Oh, wow. Wow, amazing. Turning to face the source, I raise my fists in case I need them. You know, gotta do a little pew pew pow. But when I do, I see someone familiar. Yeah, Spanish autocorrect. I had a feeling. I figured it out, though. Hair dripping and close to his face, Flayon seems to have found me here in the woods. Flayon is basically the Shota of the group, though, so no titties yet, unfortunately.
I see.
Oh god, I have to try and do his voice. Let me think. It's you! Where did you go for so long? I waited here for years and years. I thought that maybe you wouldn't come back for me. But it's really you.
How beautiful.
I'm so happy I could die, Master! Dude's carrying oversized brawn gear on his back. Yeah, you know, it's just, maybe it's like in, Nichijou, where you gotta wind it up. Are you Flayon? Flayon, is that you? If this is Flayon, something is very wrong with him. The smile on his face dims. It's at this moment that perhaps both of us realize that we've been mistaken. Turn up the music a little bit. It's like that guitar riff at the beginning was a little loud. There we go, that should be a little better. That has to be the reason. The disappointment is showing on his face. No. Flayon is... I see him hesitate. Flayon's name means something to him, but I don't understand it. Flayon is dead, Master! You yelled at me. You said you wouldn't call me by his name anymore. Because it hurts when you do. It breaks your heart, remember? And you having a heart is what makes you human. You said that you were different from me because you can't understand your pain. That's what you told me. I did? What the hell is he even talking about? There's no way I could just forget Flayon dying. It's impossible. Right? Does calling me Flayon again mean that your heart is fixed now? That must be why you came back. No. You're not Flayon. I'm sure about this part. You waited for years and years? Yeah, you said you waited for years and years? How long have you been by yourself? I don't think I'm the person he means by his master, but I still need to try and figure out more about where I am. Anything helps. I lost count. You left me here a long, long time ago, so I can't remember. Sorry, but there's no way. Vance lookalike seems unhappy with my denial. He wouldn't let me have this. He stares at me as if I'm lying to him. Fine, what makes you so sure it was me? Your name is Bloody. Huh? So I was right. It could still be a coincidence. I refuse to believe I'd do something so cruel. I never abandoned anyone in the woods like this for who knows how long. I don't blame you for what you did, Master. After all, you're the reason I exist. There's such finality and weight to what he says. He believes to the bottom of his core that I'm his master. But what does he even mean by that? I only feel more confused than I did before. You have the wrong person. It's like that one vine where the kid runs up and is like, "Daddy, do I look like?" I'm sorry, there's just no way. But you created me.
Really?
Did you really forget? There are reasons beyond simply forgetting that makes his claims impossible. That's just the thing. There's no way I could have created you either. I should watch my words. According to him, he and his master had approached this subject in the past. There definitely seems to be an underlying complex. I hear his joints make a rickety sound when he shifts his stance across from me. This person is not a human. He's completely mechanical. Is that a key? I just don't have these sort of skills. ... No reply. As I wait for one, I realize that the rain has lulled to a stop. The automaton still stares at me as if I've broken something in him. With nothing left to say, I give an awkward nod and try to find some good timing to make an exit. Good finding Bloody, okay? I mean it. As in, not me. Another me. Another universe. I avoid meeting his gaze as I turn to leave. In the very same moment, the automaton suddenly breaks the quiet. You can't.
No!
Don't leave me alone! Or don't leave me anymore! I completely misread that. Don't leave me anymore! The shouting shoots fear through me, and before I know it, I'm running from the forest without thinking, without looking back. Its voice falls further and further away, but I can still hear his mechanical legs creaking and grinding as he tries chasing me. Don't go! I need you to stay with me! Forever! You promised me! I run until I don't hear him anymore and eventually come to the edge of the forest. Though I seem to have lost him, it's still difficult for me not to feel uneasy. Yeah, it's like it's like already we've got Yandere machine chasing after us. It's pretty fantastic. Yeah, Dolma Seneca, welcome. Yeah, it's wood murdering times again. Though we're probably gonna be the ones that die this time. Thanks for the 23 months, Miss Seneca. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you. Welcome. Hello. Hola. Thank you. The automaton may not be human, but he still sounds like it. No, I can't think about that anymore. Yeah, how's your souls? Your dark souls? How many times did you die? A lot? I can't afford to feel guilty over something I didn't do. My eyes search the clearing for any signs of shelter. In the far distance, I can see a greenhouse and a small chateau side by side. Oh, where should I go from here, I wonder? What if I just go back? Maybe I was too hard on him. He seemed pretty desperate back there. Then again, he said he needed me to stay with him forever. And that's something I simply can't do for him. I've got to get back to the guild hall. Alright, so that wasn't a real option. Greenhouse. A greenhouse seems like a good enough place for a temporary shelter. There's a roof and enough plants inside should I have to hide myself from anything dangerous. If I can at least take a quick power nap, I should have enough strength to find my way back to the nearest town. Achoo! I sneeze. In the moment that follows, I realize I may be getting sick from the rain earlier. Serves me right, I guess. The timing couldn't be worse. I feel chills beginning to develop, but I can't afford for that to slow me down. I should be on my way. Without looking back, I trudged toward the greenhouse in search of somewhere to rest. And there he is. Hello. It takes some time to let myself into the greenhouse. It's been locked, but I somehow managed to find a spare key hidden where I guess one might be. You know, under the floor mat. Weird how that worked out. Well, I'll only be staying here to rest and recollect myself. I'm careful to put everything back where I found it. I also tried to avoid touching anything. All of the plants here are well taken care of, and a designated section of them seem to be used in cooking. Maybe the chateau owner enjoys cooking? I've never been very good at it myself. Was that my stomach? I'm hungry. I shouldn't let myself get distracted. There are more than enough vegetables growing that I could steal, but even just taking a quick nap in here makes me feel guilty enough. I'll pass on taking any food. Maybe try to hunt or fish instead. Rather than eating anything now, I search for a place to sleep. At the back of the greenhouse, I find a tool shed. It should suffice for a nap, just an hour or so. Letting myself in with a creak, I find a corner of the shed and use sacks of soil as makeshift pillows. Real barnyard hours. It takes some time, but I eventually fall asleep. Zzz. Of course you would come here. I know you better than anyone else. Sleeping like a baby in the shed. So cute. When I awaken, I find myself in a room I don't recognize. Somehow I'm in a pair of cotton pajamas that fit me perfectly. How? Last I remember, I was sleeping on the floor of the shed. Welcome home! You were sleeping for a while. Where'd you come from? I found you sleeping in the tool shed of your greenhouse. My greenhouse? Do you remember yet, Master? This is where you live. Don't call me that, just bloody is fine. Anyway, I'm still confused. You carried me back here from the shed. Where'd the pajamas come from? These are your pajamas, Bloody. You were all curled up like a sick little kitten. So of course I changed your clothes for you and put you in bed. His face lights up with an affection and pride, but I just feel violated. Does he think I'm gonna thank him for that? Don't smile like that, you should have woken me up. I tried, you know, but you didn't wake up. I couldn't leave you there on the ground, wet and sick. Yeah, it's like, well, what? Butthole? The fractured butthole? You're never happy with me lately. Not then and not now. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I watch it for a long moment, lacking any words that might comfort him. There's a flat silence in the air before I break it with a sudden sneeze. Yeah, try finger. Try finger, butthole. Achoo! Ugh. My whole body is fed up with me, and my stomach growls just shortly after sneezing. Yeah, try tongue, butthole. The automaton laughs tiredly. See? Still sick. I should make you food. What do you want to eat? When did I last eaten food? Yeah, this game is like looking into a mirror. How so? Well, it do be a doppelganger. But yeah, Stelmar did a welcome. Yeah, amazing chest ahead. The idea of a home-cooked meal is appetizing, but I can't trust this automaton. He's too batty. What if he tries sneaking something into the food? Are you good at cooking? I am, but if there's a recipe... I am if there's a recipe. Or if I have one memorized. You designed me to have some cooking abilities because you aren't very good at it yourself. But I don't need. I'm just very good at following instructions. Enjoying food seems fun. I'm jealous that humans eat. Yeah, the doppelganger, or the doppelgooner. It's just part of being alive. Being alive seems fun. Anyway, I'll see how you I'll see how you resist one of your favorite meals. Wait! Before I could protest, the automaton leaves for the kitchen. Looks like there's no stopping him. Without realizing, I fall asleep again. More sleep seems to have helped recuperate my strength. After awakening a second time, I follow an appetizing smell to the dining quarters and see that a meal has been set out for me on the table. It's a hearty-looking Salisbury steak. One of my favorites. It's like, but I want cheesecake. As I stare at it, I consider that maybe the automaton actually has met some version of me. This place might still be a parallel world or something, right? That'd make more sense as to why I wouldn't remember things or why everything's so different. I thought you might wake up soon. Are you feeling better? A little bit. That's good, isn't it? I knew you wouldn't have any early. I knew that you wouldn't have any earlier. But how about now? Sure, why not? My stomach growls again. I can't fight it forever. As I watch the automaton carefully from across the room, I decide to trust him and reluctantly lower into my seat. He hurries to stand beside me. You need a drink with it, right? Milk? Juice? Milk's fine. Okay. After the automaton provides just about everything I could ever need, I help myself to his cooking. It's delicious. So delicious, in fact, that I practically wolf it down without hardly chewing. It earns me some soft laughter from him. If the food is poison, then I die after this. At least it tasted good. That's the dry humor that crosses my mind upon finishing. You ate it so quickly. It was nice. I wiped my mouth with one of the napkins I'd forgotten to put on my lap. Do you want more? I can make more for you if you want. Normally I'd be all down to pig out, but my nerves have been so fried from stress that my appetite is smaller than it should be. I feel uncomfortably full. I definitely ate too quickly. This was plenty. Thanks. The automaton seems happy with my answer, and he lowers himself into a chair beside me. You lower yourself into a chair, I'm going to lower myself into a tissue. There we go. You're so stubborn. I'm happy to help you now. I'm thankful for that. Yeah, submissive and breedable doll? Oh, yes. I should have back soon. Now that I'm out of the woods, maybe my communicator has a better chance of reaching the guild tempest. Failed signal. Are you still trying to go home? The automaton fidgets restlessly. No, I still can't make a connection. No! Look at me when I'm talking to you! It certainly gets my attention. As I look up from my communication device, the automaton's eyes are wide and trembling. His expression is difficult to read. There's no point.
I see.
It doesn't matter what I do. You just want things to go back to how they were, don't you? Even though I'm right here and ready to give you everything.
Huh?
What's so great about being human? Is having a heart really so amazing? The automaton is looking at me, but I don't feel seen. His rage is on the precipice of an explosion. I have to calm him down before that happens. Listen. But I'm too late. From a pocket in his coat, there are pliers in his hand. In one motion, said pliers are clamped down on my tongue! Whoa! No! I start to bleed. No. The pressure sinks down harder. Metal pinches me tightly. Ah. Everything is numb now from the adrenaline. Ah! Yeah, this is going places. The automaton retracts his hand, pliers still in them. From them, he drops the piece of my tongue he'd torn off on the ground! Oh, God! Yeah, hearts can have heart attacks. They hurt, yeah. Yeah, that was a laugh. A crazy little laugh from a crazy little boy. I brought these from the garden house earlier. I had a feeling somehow that I need them. Blood fills my mouth and my eyes well with tears. I watch the automaton in horror as he opens and closes the pliers flippantly, as if they're a child's toy. Yeah, this is apparently that kind of game. It did come out on Halloween, so yeah. Yeah, it's a game greenhouse, the Lulu Garden House. You know I can't read. Bold of you to assume I can read. I'm not good enough for you because I'm not human. Go on, you can say it. Or maybe you can't now. I'm not good enough for you because we're so different. Because I don't have a heart. Yeah, this is pretty hardcore. With the pliers shut in his fist, he laughs at me before plunging them deep into my chest. Oh God! I scream as loud as I can. Ah! The automaton fails to react. He keeps muttering to himself. But just think, what if neither of us had hearts? Wouldn't that make us perfect for each other? You'd finally stop hurting. You'd stop thinking about how I'm not Flayon. And I'd finally stop comparing myself to humans. He cranks the pliers back apart and spreads the wound he's inflicted. Domo Snacklefox, just in time to watch the blood and gore. How you doing? My blood bubbles up through the gaping hole. I'm going to die soon. There's no way I'm going to live through this. Shh. He coos to me as I dry sob. Just be still, okay? It'll all be over soon. His pliers dig further into me, and its other hand is placed on my cheek. His thumb wipes my tears away gently. I only manage a weak gasp.
Tomo Tutu, welcome. Bum dia. Hello, how you doing?
The tongs of his pliers twist and puncture anything they can. My sight starts fading. Don't worry. Without this stupid heart of yours ruining you anymore, you'll be just like me. You'll finally know how I feel. That's why you'll forgive me if I stop it, right? He takes hold of my beating heart in his pliers and bursts a hole in it.
Yeah, I see you on the YouTubes.
Because even if you don't know any better, I can make you happier than anyone else.
Don't leave.
Wait.
No.
Don't go.
No!
Don't go, I said! Stay with me forever! You promised you would! Like, sorry, you, kinda killed me? Oh, that was the end of his route. There's no multiple, endings. It's just, you do it, and then it's done. So the dialogue choices are more flavor text than anything else. Though it seems like some of them give you achievements. Yeah, he's a little dumb. He don't know how the heart works. He don't know about that human anatomy. Yeah, put my name in. What my name is. Yeah, so we finished him. So next we'll do the Karasu Demon. Took you long enough to return, human. It's been nearly the entire day. And for a moment there, I suspect you'd attempted escaping your service to me. The offerings you brought back from this place called Supermarket better be the finest in the land. Yeah, I can't keep promises if I'm dead. Yeah, this is just a bad ending simulator. Like, when do we get to the good ending? This is the good ending! Yippee! You're a brat. Yeah, the Kusoge demon. Huh? My words spark his ire. I sense that no one's ever held their own against him. I sacrificed a lot of time and effort to get you these ingredients. I could trudge all the way back down the mountain and bring them back to the farmers. Could you now? You'd best avoid such boorish language when speaking with me. Know your place, mortal. Otherwise, you'll regret this display of insolence. Yippee! He speaks down to me. From what I've seen so far, it must just be part of how he communicates with the mortal realm. He isn't human after all. He's a bird. He's a demon. Can't believe this game caters to the male fantasy. A crow one at that, locally referred to as a karasu. What I see before me is a karasu demon that I'd accidentally summoned when I'd landed in a parallel world. How it happened is a little embarrassing, but essentially I'd wound up bleeding on a statue in another Zenokuni-like place. Zenokuni is the fantasy universe of Japan in their lore. Like, Elysium's the overworld, North Elysium's America, Zenokuni's Japan. So, little Japanese Tengu boy. Yeah, be a bird boy, be a cat boy. Go nya. Head empty. Had met Banzioin Haka look-alike. Had met a Banzioin Haka look-alike there. Yeah, be a twiddle. The demon in front of me doesn't know who Haka is. He's never heard of him. After I'd tried explaining Gil Tempest and Haka's role as an exorcist, I'd been dismissed. It's always like that with this Karasu demon. What's worse is that maybe I'm getting used to it. Well, rather than me, the Karasu demon is more interested in the groceries hanging from my elbow. Plastic rustles when I set the bag down on the living room table. Yeah, go meow. Be strong. I'd gotten him an assortment of fruits, vegetables, meat, fish, and dairy products. What had been weird about the farmer's market is that they'd accepted the same currency as back in my home world. How convenient. Yeah, convenient. This game gets it. What do you think? He leans forward to peek into the bag, but his expression doesn't change. Prepare them for me. Huh? Aren't they fine how they are? The fruit and vegetables should be fresh.
Tell me.
How many raw food offerings from my worshippers do you think I've tried in my years of existence? These, as they are, bring little value. There's no flavor I haven't tried, and there's not even any crab there. You like crab? Ha! It is the best food there is! Yeah, it's like, don't we all just want to be a cat? I want to be a cat in my next life. Just a regular cat, sleep 18 hours a day. There is simply nothing in the physical realm that could ever compare. That's pretty subjective. Salisbury steak is probably my go-to, if we're putting meals up to the test. A fluffy tweedle? There's fluffy tweedles? Yeah, mate, it's like being in a fantasy world where there's cat turtles. Curdles. Crab is my favorite food by far. But it's been some time since I've had any. Humans are so uncreative. And by that I mean that I will die if I eat another apple. Do not feed me an apple, do you understand? Got it. Wait, why am I playing along? There's something more important I should tell him. You asked me to prepare some food, but...
Tell me.
But what? I feel like you should know that I'm not a very good cook. Weirdly enough, maybe Haka, the one this demon looks like, had enjoyed cooking the most? Ooh, almonds, nice. Then you'd best learn. In one sitting? Your pathetic mortal struggles do not interest me. I just want to feast, human. It's been years since I've been summoned, and my physical manifestation is hungry. Okay. As long as you're not going to be too hard on me or for anything. He's gonna get fed up and eat me, isn't he? Fearful of your own incompetence? Yeah, activate the almonds. Feed the bird the almonds. Ow. Fine. If I find myself fond of the taste, then I will not complain. There is a kitchen attached to this living room. I've used my magic so that the stove there should work. ... That is all. You may go. Looks like I'm being sent away? Question mark. He's like, go into the kitchen. I take the ingredients back with me and hope that I can remember how to make food. The kitchen is dark, and signs of neglect show on the surfaces of its supplies all around. Yeah, it's like there's like cracks and all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, I'll hydrate. Elma Bucky, welcome. Like it's like I saw you earlier, but I forget if I said hello. I never remember anything. You heard of this game before? Okay, good. Well, here you go. It was like 50% off, so I was able to pick it up. Dust, cobwebs everywhere. Is this space really okay for preparing anything? I checked the stove, and surely enough, the gas sparks and ignites a fire. Looks like the Karasu demon had meant what he said. Before cooking anything, it takes some cleaning and washing before things seem safe to use. Eventually, once it's all acceptable and sanitary... I'll make them a grilled cheese sandwich. Simple is best. After all, it's hard to screw up a grilled cheese sandwich. Unless you're Gordon Ramsay. It wouldn't take me long to get it to him either. I set aside the ingredients needed and start up the stove. In little time at all, the sandwiches are ready. Don't forget your sandwiches! I used a little too much butter on the bread, so maybe his hands will get oily. But then again, when is there ever too much butter? That is a valid question. They're messy, but isn't that the point? Actually, you know what? I'll eat these ones and make them another set. I ate the sandwich. It was tasty. It was a good grilled cheese sandwich. I like my grilled cheese sandwich with like pepper jack cheese.
Do tell me.
Did you eat my food? How is it that I'm immediately caught the moment I come out into the room? You like it with Havarti? You got sent to the kitchen to make him a sandwich. Well, joke's on him, I ate it. You're a slave to your appetite and you disgust me. Anyway, let me have it. Put the plate down. Obediently, I lower the plate in front of the Karasu demon. He leans forward to look it over, sniffing at the bread. I stay quiet all the while, holding my breath. What will happen to me if he doesn't like it? Cut it. Huh? Cut this offering into pieces. It's too messy and I don't want it under my talons. Wow, what a diva. I slide the plate closer to myself and cut the sandwich into bite-sized pieces for him. He watches me suspiciously, as if he thinks I may steal his food. I kinda did. That's fair, though. I kind of already did. See, this game gets it. Once the sandwich had been cut, he strains in his seat and samples the sandwich with a fork. I've eaten pizza with a fork and knife, but I've never thought of eating a sandwich with a fork. That's new. That is a concept.
What's this?
This is what you stole from me? Uh-oh. He doesn't sound happy. It's a popular snack food. You really don't like it? It's befitting for someone as slovenly as yourself. But to my exquisite palate, it's simply not enough. This shouldn't qualify as a meal. Why does he hate it so much? Can birds eat cheese? Or is he gonna have problems in the bathroom later? Not even bad. He's just a weird grilled cheese sandwich eater. Yeah, crows love cheese. Yeah, you would know, Cosmic. Didn't you feed birds? Yeah, he's a diva bird. Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, yeah, You said you were feeding some crows, so if they like the cheese, take it. I'll eat it in front of him then. Yum 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 yum. I don't care what some snooty demon thinks about grilled cheese sandwiches. Good food is good food. I take the plate away. It's like his loss. Yum 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 yum. Alright, strawberry cake? Hawkeye likes strawberries, and I have some here in my stash of ingredients. There are plenty of members in the guild with a fondness for sweets, so it's not unlikely that even a Karasu demon might have a soft spot for desserts. How about making him some strawberry cake? Even if it sucks, it'll at least be cute enough to hopefully invoke a sense of pity. Strawberry cake it is! I prepare one bit at a time. Bake, 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 bake. And just like that, I manage. It looks really good, actually. I might have discovered baking as a hidden talent. It's a bit sad that I have no way of photographing this cake before he eats it. But at least I'm confident now that there's no way he'll hate it. It's a perfect specimen of a cake. I carefully collect the cake and bring it out to the living room for the Karasu demon. Ta-da! Look what I brought you. Oh? Well, it looks the way it should. The Karasu demon carefully angles his head as he observes the cake. However try as he might, he'll never find a flaw. Frankly, I deserve a trophy or blue ribbon or something for making him such a beautiful strawberry cake. We'll see. Is he determined not to like it? I don't know. I see him wield his fork and turn it to the side so the edge can slice off a bite-sized piece. He places the bite of cake in his mouth and then swallows. Did you like it?
It's like we're feeding him a delicious cake.
He takes another bite, as if the first one hadn't been enough to decide. Still no answer. He just keeps eating and eating. I think it's safe to say he likes this offering. Before long, he's eaten the entire cake by himself without even extending an invitation to share. He drops his fork on his empty plate. It wasn't terrible. Congratulations. Woohoo! A victory for me! But I'm still hungry. Still hungry after eating an entire cake by himself? And why is he in such a hurry to make sure I don't stay happy? Because he's a jerk? There aren't enough ingredients left for me to make another whole cake. Then make something else. I'm still hungry, I said. Yeesh. I collect the empty plate. Alright, steak time. I can't go wrong with my own favorite food, can I? Yeah, the grilled cheese chamois are okay. I think they can be improved by adding porchetta slices. Yeah. I can see that. Salisbury steak, here we go. It takes me a bit to figure out where to start. Reverse engineering the recipe, I'll need to make some patties, gravy, mashed potatoes. Okay, I got this. I'll be okay, surely. Sheesh. Well, here goes nothing. Steak, 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 steak. Sometime later, I pull together an attempt at Salisbury steak. The patty's overcooked and probably dry, but it's fine. That's what gravy is for. Yeah, eat it. At least I'm not undercooking the meat and giving people salmonella like the guild gladiator, right? Yeah, cheese. After trying to convince myself that I did an acceptable job, I bring the meal out to the table in the living room. Slow as always, I see, human. Without responding, I place the Salisbury steak in front of him on the table. But he looks unimpressed. Majorly so. Hey, what the heck? I worked so hard on these. You could at least pretend to be a little grateful or appreciative. This is my favorite meal. I tell him this in an attempt to defend my decision. With a sigh, he prods at one of the patties with the prongs of the fork I'd brought him. The patties betray me in an instant. I guess I hadn't used enough breadcrumbs or eggs or something, because they crumble into little crusty meat bits under pressure. And he looks at me. He just looks at me. Like, disappointed! You can't dismiss it so easily. It might taste good. I insist. Hearing me out for a change, the Karasu demon takes a couple of bites, smearing the broken patties around in gravy. He chews. Good? I just want this to work.
What's this?
It's terrible. I don't taste anything.
You tell me.
Did you even attempt to season? I'm the sick of it. I forgot that part. Oops. Don't ask me how. I'll try something else. Give me a second. I collect the failed dish.
Do tell me.
There's nothing left, is there? There are still some supplies left. You disappointed me. What? How? Had he not devoured my entire cake by himself? Your offerings are not good enough for me. And yet you dared summon me. I should make you pay for it. But you ate my cake! You ate my cake! You ate my cake, though! How can you say that I disappointed you? You offended me when you brought the other two out. Did I not tell you that I was still hungry and that I'd had every intention of feasting? Since when did the situation become about appeasing you? Oh boy. Yeah, emotional damage. You can't be serious. I am serious. Why do you think you could boss me around like a servant or something? Because you are a lower being, human. It is the natural order of things for you to worship me. I have been patient enough towards your insolence. The demon rises from his chair, and his wings beat down once around him. The gust of air sends the remaining dishes flying from the table. Then he does it again. The second gust is much more powerful, and it sends me flying back until I hit the wall behind me. Yeah. I slide down the wall until I'm down on the tatami. Haka's doppelganger comes closer to me.
Do tell me.
Did you ever think to know your place? Of course opposing me should be your utmost priority. Because you summoned me here. Ugh. He sweeps a leg up and kicks me in the face with his shoe. I see stars when it makes contact and stays there.
Do tell me.
Do you understand now? I don't care. I don't care about that. Well, I'm saying might very well land me in further trouble with him. But I can't allow him to keep looking down on humans. Hi, kitty. It's like, speaking of looking down, what's up? It doesn't matter because I deserve respect just as much as you do. You wanna go right up to me, kitty? Kitty! Huffy! Hello! Yeah, pet kitty! Pet the kitty! Come on! Come on! What do you want? He's just sitting there, menacingly. The Karasu demon digs his shoe deeper into the side of my face. Ugh. They'll daffy if you ever see me getting petted. Oh, yeah, of course. Come on, you just tried to jump on my lap. Try again. There you go. Look, Yeti. He leers me down before he kicks again as it to shove himself away. There's a scowl stuck on his face. I know I'm setting myself up for disaster, but I can't back down now. Not like this. Very well, then. In that case, allow me to show you your place in this world. The Karasu demon reaches for my hair and sinks his claws into my scalp when he lifts my head. I squeak in pain as they break my skin and blood drips down the sides of my face. I squirm under his grasp before he throws me back on the ground with another sadistic laugh. Human! Beg me for forgiveness and I'll reconsider your punishment. Ugh. I'm too disoriented to respond. What? Kitty wants hugs. He's like, don't play with the birds, play with me. Hmm? Yeah, we're getting scalped. Yeah, I'm too disoriented to respond. I sit up from where I've been flung aside and slowly try to recollect myself. Did something happen? Everything abruptly goes still. I look up and see that the Karasu demon is licking the blood from his nails. He's doing that and then... Delicious. What? I found it. I finally found it. You were useful to me after all. Oh God. You're so delicious. I can't believe I didn't think of this before. As he claws past my skin and chews on whatever he can rake out from under it, I don't feel any pain. Why? It's just so painful that I don't feel anything anymore? The body is a strange thing. I watch the Karasu demon helps himself to my innards, pulling my organs out from beneath my ribs like I'm a piñata full of candy. Andale, arriba! Mavo huevo! My blood stains his teeth. He gets little stringy pieces of meat caught in them every now and then. I close my eyes when I see him start slurping down another piece of me. It's like, don't worry, he's, I forget which flavor of Latin American, but I know he's Latin American. Maybe that's my liver? A kidney or something. I don't know. My new favorite food. I'm going to eat an entire village. I'm going to feast. What have I summoned into this world? He's gonna eat human meat because we gave him a little a little taste. I now have 2 keys. Yippee. Like 2 down, 4 to go. You good, kitty? Alright. Alright, next we'll do the showman. You! Everything ready for tonight's set? It's ready. Great! You finally made yourself useful. We'll be on in about 15, so you'd better get backstage before then. Like, don't you have other stagehands? We wouldn't be in this predicament if I did now, would we? But you claim to be the best showman in all of, this place. Elysium. Well, Skeleton Country and Eastside Elysium, anyway. This isn't Elysium. Elysium is where the real Tempest Guild members are, and no place called Skeleton Country has ever existed. I know this is a fact, and it's not worth arguing about. Hello? We have a show to do! Sorry, I know, I just really thought you'd have other people helping. I mean, I used to, but none of them could keep up. Keep up? Like, this guy looks like a Digimon based on himself. See the skeletons littered around the room? They've been the first thing I noticed. The showman notices I'm watching him. After making his way to one of the femurs on the ground, he gives it a hard sweep with the edge of his boot. The bone goes airborne in the same motion, clacking noisily against the dressing room upon impact. I feel gross watching him. Hard not to. Those are the guys that couldn't do their job, so you'd best not test me and wind up one of them. Alright. His laugh comes so naturally at the suggestion of murder. As I watch his shoulders shake, I feel as though I'm suddenly watching our interaction from outside of my own body. My gut had been right. The bones aren't props at all. They really used to belong to somebody. You said when we first met that all the people in this area are skeletons. Spooky, scary skeletons sending shivers down your spine. Hence, Skeleton Country. Nice to know your ears work. So, skeletons can die? Doesn't make sense. Nothing here does. It shouldn't surprise me at this point. We're all just skeletons. You're a skeleton too. The statement is about as helpful as I anticipate from him. Yeah, did you guys know you have a skeleton inside of you right now? The showman waves his hand flippantly. It's clear to me that I'm absolutely indispensable in his eyes. I guess I'm just another sack of bones. My life is a joke to him. And there's no punchline. Don't make brain-dead faces like that. People will know you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, 3 spooky 5 me. Yeah, did you know beauty is skin deep? If you peel the skin, we all look totally gross. This is true. Hear me? We've got a stage waiting for us. We'll be on. Yep. So, could you tell me what I have to do for this show again? I see his expression flatten. Seems like he isn't too pleased, I asked. How many times now have we gone over this? What, kitty? I think I overheard you going over with someone else before, but this is the first time for me. Ugh. You mean that wasn't you this morning? Does he not distinguish one person from another when he's talking to them? No, some person named Jimmy. Jimmy. He suddenly gets very still at the mention of the name. It's unsettling. Then again, hadn't the real battle had a situation with someone whose name started with a J before? The answer's yes. Like it's part of his lore. I think I remember something happening back during his first mass show. Whatever's going on now seems like something karmatic at this point. Listen, your job is to go out there in your fluffy little costume and two-step. Me? 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 Eh. Nothing fancy. Just a 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2. It's simple enough choreography. Either it's simple or the showman makes it look so. Got that? You need me to do it again? Just smile, do that, and we're gold. I think I can handle it. Then hurry. Let's get out on stage. Like, to the stage.
Do the show for the people.
It's about time for the show, whether I like it or not. I don't want to end up like those broken skeletons in the dressing room. After tugging on the ends of the costume gloves I've been forced to wear, I reluctantly followed the showman to the stage. Oh god, is this the set of Family Guy? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's me! Wait, he's already started? I'm not even on stage yet. I frantically hurried to the wings. I tried joining Bettel's doppelganger on stage and find... that there's nobody in the audience! It's like, wow, tough crowd. The showman had his arms splayed out wide and his head is lifted high, but there's not a single person here. Nobody has come to see his performance. I see some panic flash in his eyes before he cuts the painful silence short. Crap! Crap, 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 why? His voice cracks with frustration. He stomps his heel once like a child throwing a tantrum. His fingers clutch the ridges of his top hat. It's like, it was tonight, wasn't it? I come out to my spot and join him properly. Yeah, it was. January 15, 2158, no mistake. Where are they? It's like, that's today's date and time. Was there anything else going on in Skeleton Country today? Something else? Don't be stupid. My show is the most important thing there is for anyone living here. And they know what'll happen to them if they skip. I remember the skulls and bones littered around the dressing room. Yes, yes, yes. In any case, I should try calming him down. Where I come from, people have other obligations. Are your expectations unreasonable? I don't remember asking. He's so self-absorbed. Looks like I'm not being heard. I mean, if you don't want to listen to me, there's not much more on it I can say. Stay mad, I guess. Cope, malt, and seed, bitch. Oh, I thought for sure that there were at least 3 other skeletons still around to come. 3's not a big number. Well, that's all that's left. Is there a skeleton birth rate problem or something? I'm still new here, so it's not like I'd know. It's not a birth rate problem. There were plenty of skeletons living here before. But now there aren't any. Take it from me, the ones that aren't here anymore weren't worth having around anyway. I don't think that's something you can just decide. Look, they had a chance and they blew it. Just believe me. The dwindling skeleton population. Is it this guy's fault? Yeah, I wonder. About what you said before, didn't you say that we're all skeletons? And? But you're not a skeleton. You're the only one here with skin, hair, muscles. Besides me, that is. Having those things doesn't make me not a skeleton. And I'm only this way because... Actually, you know what? It's none of your business. I've got a show to do. We don't have an audience. You don't get it. There will be a show. There has to be a show because I have to do a show. Demanding it as such, he raises his voice loud enough for it to reverberate against the empty seats. His eyes jerk about the stage in an erratic way. Doppelgänger, welcome. We're being killed by horrible, terrifying demons. We've died twice now. One ripped out our heart and the other basically ate us. Yeah, it's like skeletons with bonus parts. And now we are at this show with the clown, and there's nobody here, and he might be the reason why there's nobody here, because he keeps killing everybody. You know, just gesture things. Hee hee, ho ho, so funny. I don't really understand where he's coming from, but some part of him seems afraid. Why would he be so stubborn about performing even if no one's come out to see? Get in the front row. What? Ugh. Just get in the front row! Okay. Maybe this is the life I'm doomed to lead now. One where I just submissively do whatever this crazy guy tells me to. As I take a seat in the front row, I can't help but be reminded of Bettel's rehearsals back in the Tempest Guild Hall. Those times had been much more of a two-way street than this. Bettel had always understood the importance of keeping his audience happy. And even though this showman guy looks just like him, their motives for being on stage couldn't be any more different. Ta-da! Wow, a crowd of one today! You really came out all this way to see me? I'm snapped from my thoughts by a blinding spotlight that finds its way to me. Squinting through it, I still can't see anything. Only those rainbow swirls you sometimes see when you shut your eyes while dizzy. Yes, sure did. Oh yeah? What's your name, traveler? Oh, I realize he never asked until now. It's Bloody. Oh yeah? Crazy stuff, Bloody. Where did you come from? My eyes are adjusting to the light. I don't have to squint so much. The real Elysium. I'm a member of Guild Tempest. Even from down in the audience, I searched the showman for any semblance of recognition. Like maybe some of Bettel is trapped in there somewhere. I'm not met with any success, though. He laughs my answer off as if he'd hardly heard it at all. Hear that? Bloody says there's a guild called Tempest in Elysium. Where'd the laugh track come from? I turned in my chair to check, but the hall's still as empty as it was. Probably from the speakers.
How about this?
Anyway, how about I do a little dance? Pink smoke bursts from the ground and the showman is suddenly wearing tap shoes. He begins to shuffle. He builds a quick rhythm, feet scuffing against the stage with the finesse of someone who's taken lessons their entire life. I hate to admit it, but it's not bad. I don't think even the real Gavis Bell can tap dance. Boo! An impulsive and sadistic urge to boo him rises from me, maybe out of my baser instincts. Yeah, but yeah, you know, pork roll lurks, you know, just like everyone else. Yeah. It's too bad my tomatoes aren't here with me. Boo! Boo! I give him an aggressive thumbs down and I see his smile crack beneath the pressure. Even more motivated to impress me, he doesn't give up.
How about this?
Anyway, how about I do a little dance? Pink smoke bursts from the ground and the showman is suddenly wearing tap shoes. He begins to shuffle. Like, didn't he do this already? He builds a quick rhythm, feet scuffing against the stage with the finesse of someone who's taken lessons their entire life. I hate to admit, but it's not bad. I don't think even the real Gavis Bell can tap dance. Alright, fine, I'll cheer for him this time. Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Because I'm sure if I do nothing, it's just gonna loop again. I'm not about to be a bad sport about this. The guy is talented. The showman seems delighted by my response. He does a twirl.
How about this?
Anyway, how about I do a little dance? Sir, you did a dance already? Yeah, he begins to shuffle, he does a quick rhythm. He's like, you did that already. Alright, fine, I'll do nothing then. As I say, I realize that something's missing from this performance. I don't do anything. I just stare. The sound of his tap shoes get faster and faster. He's doing all sorts of stunts, handstands, and flips, but I just don't care. This performance doesn't make me feel anything. Enough of that, yeah? There it is, that scared sound and voice again. Is he okay? In a blink of an eye, his tap shoes disappear in another puff of smoke until he's back in his regular shoes.
How about this?
Knock, knock! I remember that I'm the only person in the audience. Who's there? Justin. You're Justin who? I'm just in your bathtub naked, so don't call the cops! Get me out of here! I'm so polite that I laugh. It's more like a chuckle, but it spares us both the awkwardness of silence. He looks relieved and wipes the sweat from his brow.
How about this?
Anyway, how about I do a little dance? You've done 3 dances already! Stop! Yeah, it's like pink smoke bursts from the ground and the showman is suddenly wearing tap shoes. He begins to shuffle. He builds a quick rhythm. Oh god, do I loop every time I... Oh god. Yeah, it's like I did this already.
How about
Is this hell? I think I'm in cloud hell. Yeah, he even makes the Justin joke. Okay, don't laugh this time. Alright, fine, I get it. I'm not allowed to laugh, otherwise I'm stuck here forever. I don't laugh because it's not funny. Yeah, it was you just saw him a couple hours back somewhere else. The showman watches me, stretching the beat and waiting for me to digest his punchline, but I never do. I'm tired and I want to go home. It's not funny. That one wasn't funny, huh? Yeah, I didn't think so either. Domo squid-chama! Thank you for the 21 months! Arigatou gozaimasu! Thank you! Welcome! How you doing? Welcome! It's like we're trying not to die, but we keep dying to horrible, terrifying demons. How you doing? He laughs to fill the space. You're just existing? Fair enough. I'm being held hostage by a clown. I can't leave his performance unless I'm a bad audience member. Because when I try humoring him, he just loops over and over again. He just keeps tap dancing. He just keeps dancing and dancing, and he won't stop dancing. He's got them tap dancing shoes, and he won't stop dancing. Okay. I won't budge. Can't win them all. You'll like this next one, I swear.
How about this?
Watch me swallow this whole walking cane. He pulls a whole wooden cane from thin air, unhinges his jaw, and inches it forward little by little. How about you don't? That's dangerous. I can't help but yelp. It's uncomfortable to watch because it looks so painful. The showman gives me a thumbs up before he begins to hack and cough. Patooey! He spits the entire cane out, the prop flying like a projectile across the audience. I judge it when it whirs over my head. You're taking this way too far. But it entertained you, didn't it?
How about this?
Anyway, how about I do a dance? No! Not another dance! No more dances! No more! No more dances! I don't want to dance anymore. Yeah, so don't respond this time. I watch him swallow the entire cane. My costume's getting kind of itchy, so I scratch myself. At that, I see him start to panic. He hasn't admitted it, but it seems my reaction to this performance is more important to him than I thought. Bloody. Hearing my name from him, remembered for this long, makes me a little nervous. I might be the only person whose name he's ever remembered. What is it? Aren't you even a little entertained? Yes? Phew, you had me scared. Scared of
How
what?
about this?
God damn it! You can't humor this guy or he'll just dance forever. Like this crazy, crazy clown man. Get me off this crazy circus ride. Yeah, not anymore. Everything becomes still. The showman watches me for a long time. No. Sorry. No. No? He begins tromping down the stage and towards me. You can't not be entertained! You don't know what that means! The showman grabs my face and shakes me around like a baby rattle. It doesn't mean anything if you storm-arm it out of people. Are you stupid? It does! It does! His voice is strained. I hear something dark beginning to stir. Like the realm is beginning to split. Uh-oh. And just as I noticed it, the showman does too. He pulls my head against his chest and begins to sob. His arms are trembling around me. He's clutching for dear life. My gut drops and I know we've reached a point of no return. Hurry up, damn it! Be entertained! You're not listening! You better be entertained or else! Oh god, what's happening to him? Oh god. His fingers claw through my hair, and he pulls at my ears. I push him off with a grunt. No! When I open my eyes, I understand what he's so afraid of. Ghastly skeleton hands from the shadows rake and tear at anything they can. The showman's eyes, terrified screams echo louder than any applause that might have ever filled this avenue. His cheeks are wet with tears. The skeleton hands pull him back towards whatever black abyss they dwell in. Are you ready? You idiot! This is all your fault! Any pride the showman had has been completely thrown away. Are you ready? Desperate to live, the showman throws a hand out for me, still trying to grab at whatever he can. I gave you a purpose, a place to live, and this is how you return the favor? How dare you! I think of how terrible he'd been to me and the others around him. How many of us had he made so miserable? This is his punishment. I still can't decide how I feel. Wow. Before I could react properly, the showman's throat gives one last wet scream. Ew. He's enveloped by the skeletons. Nom 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 nom. Yeah, looks like I'm not the one dying this time. Like, that's the real punchline. They suck him back into the dark, and I'm left alone there in the audience. Surrounded by no one, with no one on the stage. I belatedly realized what happened. I was like, dang, the showman is dead. Now this is entertainment. This is entertainment. I'm entertained. Are you not entertained? What embarrassing performance, losing to the easy mode streamer. Yeah. He lost to me, the one that puts everything on the easiest setting. Well, he is the butt monkey of the group, so that makes sense. Alright, so next we'll do the Exiled Prince. I'm just thinking how I'm gonna do his voice. He's got like a little bit of a gangster voice. I'm like, I don't know if I can pull that off. Don't get cold feet on me now. I told you what you need to do, remember? We'll need to head into the Demon King's castle and take back the flame shard he's gone locked away in the throne room. You say it like it's going to be easy. Isn't the castle highly protected? The guards aren't the part I need help with. I'm more than capable of handling this whole army by myself. Not to mention my elemental advantage. The exiled prince dismisses my concern with a flippant lift of his shoulders. After being attacked in a land called the Fire Plane by a horde of other devils, he'd eventually come to my rescue. Yeah, summon my inner Italian. It's been days now since I passed through that door in the abyss. I'd immediately noticed his striking visual similarity to Axel's Sirius, the guild's gladiator. But when I'd ask him about it, he'd just laugh at me. With a heap of devil bodies lying unconscious at his feet, he'd offered to help me get home at the cost of a favor. The exiled prince is laid back, relaxed, and unsettlingly cunning. He's the type of person who seems open but actually keeps many secrets. But I still owe him my life. And besides, it's not like I have any other options. Right now, we're in the Ice Plane, a rival kingdom that's ruled by someone called the Demon King. Yeah, that's why they recommend doing his route first, because they're connected. The exiled prince told me he has a bone to pick with him. Things are getting boring for all of us around here. His commentary snaps me from my thoughts. You mean for the people? I mean for everyone in this, and I mean for everyone in every kingdom. Even the people who live here in the Ice Plane. What's a little chaos? Everyone loves some excitement. If you ask me, even the Demon King would be happy for a challenge. It gives him an opportunity to bare his fangs and play. So, what do you say? I hesitate to respond. I owe this man my life, but I still don't feel the best about being here. See. It's impossible to feel comfortable getting caught up in some other world's conflicts without any context. The exiled prince recognizes it for what it is.
You know?
This is the only way to get you back to the world you came from, Bloody. And I suppose you're good looking enough to keep around my castle, but weren't you worried about getting back to those Tempest people you mentioned? If you humor me, I'll handle the scary parts. All I really need from you is for you to take the flame shard from where the king has placed it. Like, what does it look like? Okay, well, what does the shard look like? It's a huge, bright red rock.
You know?
Not too different than the kind you see in museums. I mean, about the size of a human brain. Oddly specific. Yeah, like, that's a very specific comparison. You can hold it in your hands like this. The exiled prince makes a cradling gesture in his hands, as if it'll make me visualize. A little weird, and he looks like he's holding an invisible baby or something. Or a burrito. Okay, seems simple enough. Why me? Wait a second. If you're so strong, why do you need me to help you? Can't you just go in, take everyone out, and then take the shard back for yourself? If it were so simple, what use would you... how to put this? The truth is, the flame shard's been cursed by the Demon King. Curse? So he wants me to curse myself then? No way!
Well now.
Hold on there. Before you say anything, you're wrong. The curse only had any effect on the residents of this world. And since you're not, can you really be sure? I doubt you have a way of knowing firsthand. If visitors from other worlds came in all the time, your kingdom would still be the strongest in the land. Right? I'm only assuming from what he's told me so far. You're a good listener. It frustrates me that he doesn't seem even a little rattled by what I've said.
You know?
But if you want the only answer I have for you, it's because everything that's happened is part of a prophecy. You being here was prophesied hundreds of years ago, when the Fire Plane was still the strongest kingdom in Elysium. The prophecy foretold that there'd be a time where the Ice Plane would overtake our land, in which the flame shard would be returned to us by a mysterious visitor not belonging to this world. It's a cool story, isn't it? Not to mention that the fate of my kingdom seems to revolve around you.
You know?
If you ask me, you should be flattered. You're the answer to saving this land from the Ice Plane's corruption. Surely you must feel even a little important after hearing all that. I guess. Why you need it? Why do you need it? Does it do something special? It returns full power and life to the Fire Plane. You probably noticed that the devils who attacked you when you first got here were incapable of speech or understanding. I do remember that. The devils were humanoid, but hadn't responded or listened to me. They'd been intent on swarming and attacking.
You know?
As long as the flame shard is missing from our kingdom, the devils are doomed to live like that. Without thought, incapable of understanding their surroundings. Huh. But you weren't affected. How am I not surprised that you're so skeptical? It doesn't affect me because I'm a royal. The flame shard is an artifact of my bloodline. That makes sense. But definitely not as much sense as I'd like it to. So, after you return power and life to the Fire Plane, you'll be able to return me to my homeworld.
Yeah?
Right, because then me and my devils will return to you our usual magical potential. Devils tear through realms all the time. It's a piece of cake for us. Anyway, let's not beat around the bush. It seems more promising than roaming the world aimlessly and making an enemy out of the Fire Plane's ruler. What other leads do I have? Reluctantly giving him a nod, I followed the exiled prince into the castle. The exiled prince hadn't lied about his battle prowess.
Do it a punchy.
Fearlessly and without care, he'd taken out one guard after another. In a devastating combination of fire magic and physical combat, he'd proved himself a force of nature. He really hadn't needed my help when it came to a fight. ... Why do I feel disappointed?
Maybe deep down I wanted to help more.
Or had I wanted to swing my fist too?
Oh, nice.
Exciting, see?
Well now.
This way. We're almost there. Hello? With the exiled prince wiping out the entire castle in the Demon King's absence, there's no one left to interfere. The flame shard is now in plain sight behind the throne, protected by the sigils that float around it. Is it true that that only I can touch it and walk away unscathed? If so, I'm only moments away from securing my way home. I turn and look at the exiled prince as he approaches behind me, smirking and wiping the blood from his knuckles.
Well I'd
I'd expected a bit more fun than that. Like, start with talk with my hands. Yeah, it's like, I do that sometimes, and then I wind up smacking the mic by accident. Unironically. But I suppose it's always been the king himself who'd put up the most fight. My eyes are drawn back to the flame shard. Even without the prince egging me on, something inside me urges me to take it from its place. Maybe it really had been fate for me to take it. Take it. Yeah, I talk with my hand like the Italians do. I'm even doing it right now. I'm literally making the Italian hand gesture. You can't see it because it's below the screen, but I'm doing it. I'll do it. It takes me a moment to swallow my fear, but I trust my intuition. You can see me wiggling. Well, there you go. You can imagine it. I anticipate the worst. I wouldn't anticipate that I'll be burned, but to my surprise, my fingers slip through the sigils. I clasp the flame shard in my hands. Though I'm not looking at him, I can feel the exiled prince's excitement bubble up behind me. See now? That wasn't too bad. Or so bad. I can't read. I withdraw the shard and pull it to my chest. In the very same moment, the icy castle seems to thaw all around us.
Oh, nice.
Ah, that's our cue. We should be getting back to the fire plane. What's happening? No time for that. Let's go. The floor begins to shake beneath our feet, and I stumble. Right. Whatever's going on is dangerous. And a little exciting. What's this feeling? As the prince and I make our escape from the ice plane castle, I feel the warmth of the flame shard spread as if it's flushing through my veins. As if the ice plane's impending demise is... As if the shaking of its very foundation is a little fun to see. Beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, actually. Yeah, it is. I don't understand why I think so. We reach the fire plane. Back in the safety of the prince's castle, time finally seems to catch up to us. After taking the flame shard back to its place hidden deep in the dungeons, the exiled prince returns to my side with a big smile on his face.
Oh, nice.
Home sweet home. And with that, everything is almost back in order. That kingdom was starting to crumble. Is that right? I need to confirm. Something like that. More important than that, it's reverted to its original state. It was part of the fire plane. It was part of the fire plane before the Demon King took over. Just have to wait for now. See what the Demon King does. What was it like before? I can't help but be curious. I want to know more about why he's so set on getting back at the Demon King. It was a lot more fun compared to what it's like now. My old man was the last king of the fire plane before the Demon King offed him. His father was murdered? I can see why he'd hold a grudge. I'm really sorry to hear that. Huh? Oh, right. Humans think that sort of thing is sad. He raised you, didn't he? Nothing like that. To be honest, I was kind of happy when he died. How can he admit something like that so openly? I feel myself frowning. What? It's the truth. More room for me to have fun that way. Don't act like it's such a bad thing. I don't even know how to reply. So this is really how a devil prince thinks. My exhaustion is beginning to catch up with me, but I can't let him forget about our deal. Now that it's over, we should rest up for the night. Go ahead, make yourself comfortable. I stand my ground. I'm not staying any longer than I have to. Tomorrow we're going to use the flame shard to get me back to my world. Understood?
Sure. Okay.
No need to be so tense about it. I'm a man of my word. You should scurry off now. It's been a long night, huh?
You know?
But I guess we could make it even longer if you're stubborn and want to. How do you feel about sharing with others? I think this is probably the most romantic route yet, funny enough. He's been, like, actively flirting with us. What? Sharing what with others? You? What? No, don't make it weird. going to bed. I can't believe this. Suit yourself. Good night. And with that, I make a hasty exit. After winding down, and when I lay in bed, I keep thinking about the ice plane. What happens to it from here? Should I have helped? Whatever. What happens in this world is none of my business because I'm not a part of it. I just need to get back to the guilds.
Well now.
And now that's bloody out of my hair. The flame shard is all mine. Too easy. Time to take it all back. I'm up bright and early that morning. I searched the castle premises for the exiled prince, but can't find him anywhere. Outside? There's a chance he's outside somewhere. Wasting no time, I make my way out. But he isn't here. What am I supposed to do? Check the shard. My gut tells me I should check on the flame shard. After descending down to the dungeons where I remember he'd placed the shard... What? Where'd it go? It's gone. Was it stolen? Or did he take it somewhere else? I think you've been hoodwinked. The former makes most sense. Maybe an enemy had infiltrated overnight and he left to chase them down. I need to find him. I leave the castle. The streets are littered with devils invigorated by the return of the flame shard. Their nature is still volatile, but at least they're capable of understanding me now. What the exiled prince had told me seems to be right. Hopefully things are okay. With the flame shard stolen from the ice plane, just what kind of future remains for this world? I try not to worry too much about it. I also try not to feel too responsible. After a full day of searching for him, I find the exiled prince emerging from an underground stairwell. Behind him, some music is leaking through the cracks of what seems like a club or bar door. Where are you? Does he even know the shard is missing? Of course he does. The flame shard is missing!
Sure, okay.
Like, no, it isn't. It's missing from the dungeon. I checked while I was looking all over for you. Did you forget what you promised? You're supposed to open the realm to send me home today.
Yeah?
That's all he has to say for himself? About that. I lied to you. My world goes still. He what? I don't want to believe him. Now's not the time to play around. No one here has that kind of power. Not even me. Actually, I'm pretty surprised. You went along with everything I said so easily. Because he helped me. Because I thought he'd take me home. You think I'd really care about whether or not you got home?
You know?
You should be more on your toes. This isn't my fault. I'm not stupid. It wasn't stupid for me to believe him. Devils like me take advantage of naivete. Naivety. It's nothing personal. Just part of our nature. It's personal! You owe me! You made a deal! Once he reaches me, I shove him back into a webbed fence that lines the street. He's so unbothered all of the time. I just want to break his face. It'd be fun to break his face. I raise hell and attack him. I clobber him with my fists, even as I hear him chuckle at me all the way. There's no way it doesn't hurt. Even if he's acting unfazed, I know my own strength. I want to hurt him. I want him to pay for deceiving me. What was the point of all of this? He just wanted to use me? I hate you! Take me back to Tempest! Take me back or give me the flame shard back! Whoa. What kind of face is that? As I throw my arm at him, he catches my wrist and pulls it to his chest. From beneath, I feel heat surging through my body. It's the same way it felt when I'd... No. Don't tell me. The flame shard's right here, bloody. Right where it belongs. Yeah, that's the face of a man who realized humans are edible and taste just like pork. Yeah, I think we're about to become crispy chicken. He squeezes me gently. The warmth of the flame shard pulses with the rhythm of his heartbeat. So he has one. I don't know what it means. What does this mean for me? My body is shaking. His blue eyes rake over my expression, and his head inclines as if drinking in the sight of me. And I feel... And I think you're right where And I think you're right where you belong too. I didn't force you to do anything. I saw it in your eyes. You're just like me now. I don't know what you mean. The prince runs his tongue over his teeth carefully. It was exciting. You liked seeing the ice plane start to crumble. It's okay to say it, because we're the same now. You touched the flame shard.
Normal couch potato, welcome, how you doing? I think we're about to be set on fire.
And now you're a devil just like us. My fingers curl against the fabric of the jacket. What's your name? It's Sirius. The name is familiar and foreign to me at the same time. I didn't think you'd tell me. I told you because you're a devil now. And more importantly, you're my new partner in crime. Ah, the sounds of screams. How beautiful the other Elysium had been that evening, on its last evening standing. As Prince Sirius and I watched our world burn to a crisp, we reveled in the chaos together. And at that moment I knew I'd found a new home for myself. I'd start a new one. A world far more beautiful than what I had before. Wowie!
You went and corrupted us. I got 4 keys.
Yeah, I'm getting through these routes pretty quickly. Alright. Let me see here. Oh yeah, they got like profiles and stuff. Look at the ones we've done so far. Oh geez. That's a paragraph. Yeah, abandoned automaton. Machina Exfleon's Doppelgänger. Residence unknown. Other Elysium. Likes being together with his master. Watching people cry. Rain. Running errands. Dislikes. Secrets. Animals. Sharing with others. Overheating. Favorite food. Doesn't eat. Modeled after an old friend whose life had met its end. The abandoned automaton was created for the sole purpose of providing emotional support and companionship to his creator, the player's doppelganger. After some time, however, the automaton's needy demeanor and lack of patience towards his creator's grief drove a deep wedge between them, which led his creator to abandon him. Locals say that the player's doppelganger mysteriously disappeared after they sought endlessly for a way to undo the past. Left on his own without purpose, the automaton would wait dutifully in the woods for his creator's return, only to be met by the real player years later. After projecting all of his unresolved feelings towards his creator onto the real player instead, the automaton would demand that they spend the rest of an eternity together, as his creator had originally promised him. A promise is a promise, after all. Okay, bird. Haga's doppelganger, resident, spirit realm. Others in Okuni. Likes having his hair played with. Ornate trinkets. Crystals. Flowers. Dislikes. When food gets trapped under his nails. Being wet. Stuffy clothing. Ugliness. Favorite food? Crab. JK, it's human meat. It was crab until he had a taste of us. The prideful Kaorasu demon of legend was once revered by a long-standing cult of worshippers located deep in the forest of the Others in Okuni. He can only be summoned when bestowed an offering of blood at his shrine, and while powerful enough to manifest someone's darkest desire, he is recorded in myth as one of the most volatile and demanding demons of all cultures. There are many accounts of encounters with him going sour, as well as folk tales where desperate humans met their own demise by his hand after he deemed their desires unworthy. Because the Karasu demon is rarely summoned to the physical realm, when he is often extremely hungry after a long period of dormancy. Give him breakfast. Having existed for centuries, he has consumed all sorts of offerings, which have made his palate expectations all the more difficult to satisfy. However, thanks to the player's inability to please him, the Karasu demon would come to be addicted to a taste he'd yet thought of trying until then. The rich flavor of human flesh. Yum. Showman. Battles Doppelgänger. Resident Skeleton Country. Other Elysium. Likes being in the spotlight. Collecting perfume. Wearing costumes. Telling people no refunds. Dislikes repeating himself, which is funny because he tap danced over and over again. Cleaning. Method actors. Children. Receiving hugs. Favorite food. Banana pudding. Yum. The showman is a bossy and arrogant prima donna incapable of working with others for too long. The showman's flamboyant theater monopolizes Skeleton Country's business world with an iron fist. In the past, he has attempted many times to take in proteges, stagehands, or even hangout buddies, but his self-centered nature and short temper have resulted in the loss of many skeleton afterlives. Eventually, this would become most of Skeleton Country's population. There are hardly any residents left in Skeleton Country, but the showman forces the declining skeleton population into attending his daily stage performances to preen his ego. Or is that really the reason? Rumors would have it that the showman, once a skeleton like everyone else, is said to have often cursed life as an entertainer, having failed miserably at it in his past life as a human despite always craving the spotlight. Following suit, he apparently rose in power in Skeleton Country after making a pact with some devil gods. In exchange for fame, affluence, and a human body, his pact states that he must entertain someone, anyone, once every day, or otherwise lose everything. All right, so that's why he was taken at the end. He made one of them pacts with the devil. Are you ready? Like, I'll read Axel's later. It might spoil the other one, so. Oop. It's fine. Yeah. But yeah, before I go about doing that, I'm gonna take my bathroom break now because I really, really, really gotta go. Eee. Okay, I'm back. I couldn't hold that one in. Alright. It's like, hey, it didn't crash. It's like, gotta love when a visual novel doesn't crash from me coming back. You gotta, it's like, you know, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Alright, now we gotta do the Demon King. The Ice Plain of Elysium. After I passed through that door of many in the dark, I'd wound up in an unheard of land called that. Yeah, exactly. I'm back from the Abyss realm. I recognize no one. The villagers seem kind enough, albeit hesitant, to step out of line to speak with me. I noticed their looks, though. They know I'm not from here. 3 days spent here, and I'd already heard the barkeep whispering to his regulars. It may be because of how I'm dressed. Everyone else roaming the streets is so aristocratic, robed in furs and lace. I try asking as many people as I can about the guild hall, but it's no use. Alright, rest well, Vicente. Thanks for stopping by. Nobody knows what Tempest is. I seek shelter from the cold weather in an empty library at the edge of the city. Altair, the leader of Guild Tempest, had always advised me to research before digging in too deep into unknown territory. Knowing local dangers, politics, or even just the lay of the land could save your life if you've set out on a quest. This is going to take a while. As I make my way through the aisles of books, one of them stands out from the others around it. Elysium's Truth, it's titled. Elysium's Truth? Drawn in by the title inscribed on the spine, I reach for the book. An elegantly dressed man brushes hands with me. Ooh. Poised and refined. When he looks at me, it's as if he's gazing upon an insect. His expression is as cold as the weather outside. Yeah, I gotta use hand sanitizer. I washed my hands! But it's a face I'm familiar with. My eyes do a double take over him. It takes a moment for me to comprehend his expression. Altair? Aw. He takes the Elysium's Truth book from the shelf first. After lowering it to his side, he passes me a smile. Yes? Though he watches me expectantly, I realize there's something just a little off. Are you really Altair? I blurted it suddenly and without thinking. Disdain ripples across his face as if he's offended I asked. But in the next blink, it's gone. Yep, it's me, Bloody. Actually, the boys and I were looking all over for you after you disappeared. We were worried sick. This person knows my name, knows about the guild, and even when I went missing. He knows everything that Altair would. I must be overthinking it. I realize I'm still being talked to. I figured you might be trying to pick up one of your own. But you wandered out this far. Like my Halloween costume? Maybe to ease my anxiety, Altair lifts the ends of his cape and slings it behind him so it flutters. Come to think of it, my last memories of the real Elysium had been around Halloween, too. It's cool. But it's hard for me to pay attention to something like that. If I'm honest, I don't know where this place is or how I wound up here. I've never seen a place called the Ice Plain on the maps back in the guild hall. Most people have it. Guild newbies especially don't get access to those kinds of maps. God dang it, I'm not being called away, but apparently Taffy decided to take my example and use the bathroom as well. I'll make this quick. You're so stinky! Taffy, why are you a stinky boy? Okay, I'm back. I already did a cat litter cleaning ASMR for April Fools. I can't do it twice. That's not original. Alright, he's clean now. Wooey. It's like, I don't know why he keeps doing that. Anyway. Most people haven't. Guild newbies especially don't get access to those kinds of maps. After all, the ice plane's a dangerous place. I'd be crazy to send any of you guys this far out. That makes sense. I was attacked by monsters on the way in. I managed to handle it by myself, though. Must be thanks to your training. No way, that's all you! Don't sell yourself short. I feel less on guard. Any difference I'd sense really must have just been my imagination. We should get some rest before heading back to the guild hall. Yeah? If we turn in early tonight, we can leave first thing in the morning. As you can tell, I'm a little out of breath because I had to run up and down the stairs. I didn't eat it! Like, stop that. Yucky. Like, you eat it. Altair slips the book we'd both taken interest in somewhere on his person. Is that okay? Don't underestimate Tempest connections. I'll fill the owner in on it later. Come on, buddy. Let's go home. Altair and I ventured through the Ice Plane Kingdom streets. He led the way with his usual charisma, and I followed without thinking. Well, you could have it next time then, Cosmic! We reminisce about the other members of the guild. He even tells me funny stories one at a time about all of them, from times even before I joined. The journey doesn't feel long. And before I know it, we stop in front of a castle at the head of the kingdom. Even though it's freezing out here, the gardeners managed to keep the plants green. Yeah. We move, eventually into the castle itself. Horned guards and servants bow to us as we proceed, hall after hall. Coming upon a throne room, I can't help but feel a bit awkward. In contrast, Altair isn't fazed at all by it. He stays cheerful despite the dreary and intimidating surroundings. It just so happens that I'm friends with the royalty here, but it looks like they're not here. Mind if I go to the servant quarters so I can let them know what's up first? All things go well, we'll enjoy a full 6-course dinner and huge fluffy beds to sleep in tonight. I'll be right back. Sure, I'll wait here. Cool, thanks. Altair gives me a polite wave and hurriedly turns to head inside. In the same moment, the book falls out of his cape without him seeming to notice. I bend over to pick it off the floor for him. But before I can let him know, he's already left for the hall. I guess I could read through the book a little without waiting since it seemed interesting. Elysium's Truth, huh? He'd really been set on reading it. I opened it to the first page. Prologue, the Hollow Tree. To understand the true Elysium, we must first understand the Hollow Tree. Thinking back on it now, I hadn't seen the Hollow Tree here at all. Shouldn't such a distinct landmark be visible even from far away? I continue skimming the pages one by one, flipping through. Chapter 1, The Founding of Guild Tempest. Wait a second. This book is... Chapter 4, The Land of Xenokuni. It seems to be an encyclopedia about my home. Our home. Why would he be so set on reading about a land he lives in and knows firsthand? He's our leader. He's the one who led so many of the expeditions. Another chapter title towards the end catches my eye. Chapter 10, Return to the True Elysium. Return? As in we're not already there after all? Don't scare me like that! Wah! Don't scare me like that! Wah! I jolt and drop the book when he suddenly comes back into view. Yeah, Xenokuni, Ninokuni, you know. Wrath of the Witches. Oops, forgot my book. I'll need to take that with me. Altair crouches to collect it from the ground. As he dusts the dirt off its surface, I collect my breath. Domo, Demon Lord, welcome, how you doing? It's like, right now we're on a route with the Demon King.
What's so special about this book?
It's the only copy in existence. A deep read on the world we live in and its secrets. Don't you ever wonder about parallel worlds? I look at him for a long time. It's like his eyes see straight through me. Like they see something that I don't. Not really. You mean you've never wondered what another you might be like? I just try to take things day by day. I've got enough to deal with. It's not like guild life is always rainbows and daisies. You know that better than anyone. Don't worry, I don't want your book. I just want to know where I really am. Silly Bloody, we're in the Ice Plane. It's a dangerous land of demons far from Central Elysium. So you grew a couple centimeters in height and came out all this way in your Halloween costume to find me? Saying out loud actually makes it sound all the more ridiculous. The boys and I split up. They're checking the other areas like the Fire Plane and Skeleton Country. The world we live in is bigger than historians ever let on. When the land is overrun by corruption beasts, it makes sense that only the strongest of adventurers are able to document and publish their findings and maps. Like, hey, we've been to those other places and other routes. Gee, I wonder. Plenty of people never make it back. Tell me where the Hollow Tree is. It's too far to see from here, but it could be seen even from Zenokuni. Something so big wouldn't just up and vanish. Unless we were on another plane of existence or something. Look, Altair, I just want you to tell it to me straight. You're lying to me. What if I told you the reason we don't see the Hollow Tree anymore is because it doesn't reach this plane?
Listen to me.
What if I told you we were in a different world entirely? That the world we're in now is some world anomaly. It's temporary and will likely only last for a season. He drops the act. I see it in his posture. He's adjusted himself and tried to make himself seem more approachable while acting as the guild leader I know. How are you? Like, are you afraid of this world disappearing? I asked him out of sincerity, but he laughs at the question in a mocking way. He takes a moment to collect himself before his face slowly returns to its original state. Don't be ridiculous.
Listen to me.
Before anything else, I need something from you. Why should I trust you?
Well,
Very well. Just how much of that book did you read? Altair's look-alike tests me. Not very much, honestly. I was mostly skimming the chapter titles. I read the headlines. I didn't read the article. I'm not falling for that clickbait. So you saw it then. Which part? Chapter 10. Return to the True Elysium. I saw that, yeah. The True Elysium is probably my home, isn't it? Where the real Altair is. Real? Crap, maybe I shouldn't have phrased it like that. I can't meet his eyes for some stretch of time. So even to let what I'd said pass through, the stranger speaks once more.
listen to me.
Dear Bloody, allow me to make things very clear to you. This book holds secrets that only you, as a resident of the other Elysium, can help come to fruition. Neither Elysium is any more or less real than the other. I was like, what MCU shit is this? Despite knowing that, you'd like to see the Tempest members again, wouldn't you? So again, he takes my wrist and pulls me closer. His voice is low and he whispers into my ear, one syllable plucked evenly after the other. I need something from you. And in exchange, I will help return you to the True Elysium once you give it to me. While it is true that I'm called the Demon King by rivaling lands, I can be quite benevolent should one know when to humble themselves and simply obey. Demon King Regis? Sublime! So you've heard of me through him. I knew there had to be a tear in our worlds by how much more often we'd seen each other in our sleep lately. Well, him and his nightmares. I've never kind to him. So the sadistic smile that spreads across his lips instills a fear in me that of a cornered animal. But I digress.
Listen to me.
You will do as I say. You don't have a choice. You will give me what I want. Punch him. I don't accept orders from anyone undeserving of respect. Emblazoned by my anger, I throw the back of my hand at the side of his face. I feel it impact and hear him grunt in pain. It's when he frees my wrist to catch where he'd struck that I know I'm able to make a run for it. I whirl on my heel, and the sounds of my footsteps bounce all about the throne room walls. Anywhere is safer than here. Behind me, I hear the Demon King laughing. Maniacally. His laughter cuts short abruptly when the door comes closer into view. True to his demon title, the king commands the attention of all of his servants. Enough of this. Guards, to the dungeon. I'm not sure what happened between then and now. At the mercy of the Demon King's servants, I can only guess that I was knocked out and dragged to the dungeons. It wouldn't make sense. The floor under me is wet, hard, and cold. I taste my own blood in my mouth. When I open my eyes, I see the Demon King through the bars watching me. He stares me down from a high place without compassion or care. The book from the library is in his hand. I think I catch a glimpse of a weapon from his hip. He gives the page in the book one last look over before throwing it away behind himself.
Listen to me.
I need the keys. The what? My voice croaks out, unrecognizable to my own ears. I try to pull myself up, but my body will hardly move at all. The guards must have really let me have it before. The Demon King's gaze falls to where I'm curled. The clicking of his footsteps draws closer to me. I don't crane up to look at him because my head is too heavy for my neck anymore, but I still feel him glaring through me. Ah! The heel of the Demon King's boot comes down on the center of my palm, crunching it beneath his weight. Tears blur my vision while I try to free my hand from under him. He chuckles at me when I do. Without remorse, the Demon King twists his heel further into my palm.
Very well.
We'll have it your way, Bloody. I'll play with you as long as you'd like. After the tendons of my hand give out from under him with a shatter and snap, the Demon King elegantly lifts his foot as if he'd done nothing out of the ordinary. Cruelty is as natural to him as breathing is. The barred iron door creaks from above me as I start to sob. The Demon King's figure casts a deep shadow over me when he lets himself into my dungeon cell. Taken from a candelabra just outside through the bars, he tips a burning candle over where I lay on the ground. Good lord, he's gonna torture us, isn't he? He's gonna torture us to death. Just like the boogies in my nose are torturing me. Yeah, right? Scalding hot candle wax splatters across the side of my face and neck. I spasm on the floor and try curling into myself to protect myself. The Demon King is not amused with my reaction and drops the candlestick as indifferently as it'd been lifted. The candle is snuffed out by his still bloody shoe heel.
Listen to me.
I'll say it again. I need the keys. If I knew, I would, buddy. If I knew how to give them to you, I would. But I can't help you even if I wanted to. They're like spiritual or something. They're not physical keys. Liar. I'm not. My voice strains in a desperate way. I'm not. You're quite stubborn. We're not finished here until you give the keys to me. My heart sinks into my stomach with dread when I see him draw the weapon from his hip. His blade's edge gleams blue, and he brings it down over my side. Blood erupts from the open wound as he pulls it across. Ah!
Listen to me.
The keys. Gah! The Demon King stabs the back of my arm with his weapon, his expression relaxed. As I roll to try and bat him off of me, I see that some of my blood has splashed on his cheek.
Stop it! I need to get home!
My head is spinning. Little more than a despot on the floor. I muster all of my strength to try and crawl away from him. I need to get back. Guilt. Savist. Pain. I'm losing the ability to understand what's happening. The Scorcher. Am I dead yet? I think I am now. Yeah. I'm hearing the snap. It's the snap, crackle, pop.
Snap, crack, pop.
Rip. I now have 5 keys. Yeah, do love me some Rice Krispies. Oh, God. Ah, there you are. Oh, God. Hello? Man tried to break the 4th wall for a second there. It's like, you can't have my keys! Alright. Axel's Doppelgänger. Residence the Fireplane. Other Elysium. Likes. Instigating conflict. Teasing others. Hot baths. Getting sweaty. Dislikes. Becoming bored. Boat rides. Singing. A lack of challenge. Favorite food. Anything with mushrooms. Can't relate. Though his easygoing disposition may be misleading, no one enjoys chaos quite as much as the exiled prince of the Fireplane. He's a powerful flame devil, and was the next in line to rule when his father dominated all of the other Elysium. Things went awry for him when the Demon King of the Ice Plane assassinated his father and stole a great source of power, the cursed Flame Shard. However, he now looks forward to taking the world back for himself with a carefree attitude and thinks it will be an exciting development for everyone. He is very cunning and lies to others without hesitation. He's also a well-known hedonist in Casanova, with a large harem of devil lovers that fawn over him from the sidelines. Because the Demon King's protective sigils prevented the exiled prince from regaining the stolen Flame Shard by himself, he would use the player to retrieve it on his behalf, aware that only they could bypass the king's magic. What he wouldn't reveal was the fact that, due to the nature of the Flame Shard itself, the player would as a result, be transformed into a devil themselves by doing the dirty work for him. Oops. I'm done. Regis Altair's Doppelgänger. Residence, the Ice Plane. Other Elysium. Likes, puzzles, submissive people, reading, besting competition. Dislikes, ballroom dancing, loud laughter, insubordination, sleeping in late. Favorite food, Tantan Man. Ooh, I like Tantan Man too. That is a good noodle. Cruelty comes to the Demon King as naturally as breathing does. A tactician and a tyrant, he instills fear in all those who meet him after having taken the throne of the Ice Plane by force. With both ease and elegance, the Demon King was quick to dominate all lands, including the former ruling Kingdom of Devils, the Fireplane. Presently unthreatened by any opposition, he now spent his days in search of other nations to conquer. One day he would dream of another world and another version of himself. Through numerous following prophetic dreams and the discovery of high ancient texts belonging to an archive called Hollow Stars EN Halloween Project 2023, the Demon King would come to learn of an alleged parallel world, the real Elysium, where a real version of himself supposedly resides beyond just the holiday season. Eager to expand his territories, the Demon King obsesses over finding a means to leave his world in hopes of possessing his true self and stealing the real Elysium for himself. So yeah, dude almost broke the game trying to do that. And now we saved the best for last. Or rather, my favorite for last.
Shimmy!
Oh god, there's no way I could sound even remotely as deep as him. Oh god. At least try and blow more boogies out of my nose first. So, what do you think? That's just about all I have for the seasoning, but I find just a little salt and pepper goes a long way. Best to enjoy it fresh. The mysterious huntsman who'd found me lost in the forest has gone as far as to spend his day fishing for a meal. He's been so informative and helpful to me up until now. He'd let me know that there's no guild called Tempest in this land. He'd even believed me when I said I'm probably from a parallel world. We're sharing what he'd caught now under a blanket of twinkling stars. It's funny how calm I feel even when lost in an unknown place. After taking a bite into the side of the fish he'd prepared, I revel in its taste. Perfectly crispy and evenly toasted over our fire. Delicious. It's delicious, I can't get enough of it. Great to hear. Just make sure you chew it carefully. The bones on that type of fish can catch you off guard. I had no idea. I navigate the fish carefully with my teeth and try not to eat so fast. Surely enough, there are some harder pieces here and there, but the flavor of the fish is by far worth the effort.
You know, you gotta tear your seafood apart sometimes. That's just how it works.
I finished the fish from the skewer with a smile on my face. I have some carrots from town in my saddlebag too. I usually share them with my horse, but you're welcome to have some for yourself.
He has a horsey!
Saddlebag? Over there. Make yourself comfortable. The huntsman gestures to his steed. By a knotty old tree, a large dark horse with a mane and tail of smoke watches me from the side. Well, it watches me somehow. Though it has no eyeballs and only empty sockets, it's still acutely aware of its surroundings. Is it a ghost horse? I'd been terrified of the horse the first time I'd seen the huntsman galloping in on it. I still don't know what to make of it, if I'm honest. You don't think I'll scare it if I approach it suddenly? As long as you don't throw your arms up high or something, he's fine. Why don't you try petting his shoulder? Here goes. I can't say I've ever pet a demonic-looking horse without eyes before. I make my way over and touch the side of its shoulder. Its coat twitches under my touch, but the horse otherwise doesn't leave its spot. Snort. Yeah. He said hi, see? Really? Maybe. Maybe. I echo the huntsman before I sift through the saddlebag hanging off the side of the horse. Surely enough, the carrots he'd mentioned before are wrapped in plastic. Plastic. The horse's attention is on the new snack.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. You can ignore him if you want to. He's spoiled and eats plenty. Snort. The huntsman's mouth seems to be denying the claim and nudges his nose towards the carrots. Though I see the huntsman shaking his head, I'm weak and unable to resist sharing. After fishing one of the sticks from the bag, I flatten my palm and offer it to the horse to eat. Crunch, crunch. And spoiled yet again. He's kind of cute.
Yeah.
Just don't let him know. Anyway, shall we roast the rest of those carrots? Good idea! After letting the huntsman's horse finish, I bring the remaining carrots to his side by the fire. Say, what should I call you anyway? Me? You! I don't think you gave me your name, right? The huntsman is quiet. I carefully roast the carrots over the fire. It's best I don't give you my name, given the circumstances. Let's just say that I'm not so popular with the royals. So you're an outlaw or something? These lands are corrupt. I just try to set things straight. Ah, so he's more like a vigilante? That's okay. I'll just keep calling you Huntsman then. Works for me. Sorry not to share too many details. It's alright. You can call me Bloody. Did I say something wrong?
It's nothing.
No. I just found it a little ironic. An acquaintance hinted I may run into someone named Bloody the other night. Small world, isn't it? Who? Oh, really? What's your acquaintance's name? He's never told me. But that might be my fault too, since I don't go sharing mine either. He may be willing to share, but I've never thought to ask him. You could always try making up a nickname or something. That might be awkward for both of us. But it's not a bad idea. Maybe we could figure out some code names. Yeah, I'll be Eagle 1, you'll be Eagle 2. The carrots are finished. I sprinkle some salt across them. You know, do that little salt bay thing with the little sprinkle. All done. You want some too? No, that's all right. You take them. Tomorrow will be a long day for you. You should rest up. Yeah, you be Toidle number 1, I'll be Fox number 2. You should rest up. You don't have to help get me home, you know. I feel bad making you go out of your way. I frown at him from around the carrot I'm eating. And leave you on your own? I can't do that. The fire plane's not too far from here, and that land has been in chaos ever since. To put it simply, the nearest kingdom is too dangerous for a stranger on their own.
Don't worry.
If it's no trouble at all for me to help you return to your own world... Yeah, it's no trouble at all for me to help you return to your own world, so don't worry about it.
It'll be okay.
We'll figure it out together. I promise. His smile puts me at ease. See, this is why he's my favorite. He's so helpful. He's so nice. He can cook. It would be rude to refuse his help at this point, right? And it's not bad either. After exploring this world a little on my own, he's been the only person to hear me out. Let alone be kind to me. Thank you, Huntsman. After taking turns to bathe in the river, we wrap up the night fairly early. I say this, but I also know that if he could, he would shove his eyeballs into the sockets of his horse just to see what's inside, because he's a freak like that. Anyway, I'm more exhausted than I thought. It doesn't take me long before I drift off to sleep. Or at least, I think I'm asleep when I hear the huntsman talking to himself. Hey, are you there? So you hear me too. Nobody is there, right? I don't hear another voice responding to him. Bloody arrived on my side. Me? I'm losing you. Say that again? I strain to listen harder, but there's still no other voice present. The huntsman is talking to himself outside my tent as if someone is there with him. I wonder if I should worry. Yeah, I'll stretch. Ugh. Eep. Yeah, it's like what I should be worrying about is not getting cramps. Ugh. Oh my god, my arms. My legs. My hands. Okay, there we go. I'm not sure.
Don't worry.
I know. Don't worry. I'll keep Bloody safe. Yeah, domo yerp. Erg. I'll try and keep you posted around this time again. The conversation with himself ends. Everything goes quiet, and I hear the huntsman shuffling over to his own tent. Too sleepy to keep pondering, I drift off into slumber. Sleep well? The huntsman greets me when I see him the next morning. Yeah, Domo, welcome. Yes, I'm having a lovely day. I hope you're having a lovely day too, and if not today, at least tomorrow. The huntsman greets me when I see him the next morning. I remember how unsettling it'd been to hear him carry on a conversation with himself last night. Should I try bringing it up? Sure. Actually, about that. The concern shows on his face. Is he that worried about how much sleep I got? I slept well, I just thought I heard you talking to someone last night. Some recognition shows on his face when I say that. He's probably trying to decide how to respond. Sorry, I thought I was softer than that. I was talking to myself. Did it bother you? So I was right. There really hadn't been another person there with him. I guess you could say I was just curious. Do you do that often? Talk out loud to yourself? I do it all the time. It was like you were having a full-on conversation. I do that too. We have so much in common. Do you also have the worms? I found lately that it helps me sort my thoughts. I'll try to be more quiet next time. I feel bad that I brought it up. Huntsman? Yes? You should know that I'm thankful for your help. Yeah, you got the brain spooters. The sprain booters. I won't forget this. I'll tell everyone how you helped me and how kind a person you are. You don't need to do that. Maybe not, but I want to. If that's what you want, I won't stop you. Besides, stuck on this side, it's not like I'd even have a choice. You shouldn't say it like that. Who knows? Maybe we could find a way to let you over for visits. He's still smiling, but it doesn't reach his eyes. We'll see. The huntsman gazes across the forest. We should have breakfast soon.
It'll be okay.
Let's head to town and see what we can find there, alright? Alright. For a moment, he pats my shoulder. He's so mysterious and kind. I just wish I could help him more. I wonder if I'll ever know what's passing through his mind. ... I will never forget the night I found you crying by yourself in the forest, Bloody. You called me Shinri. Josuiji Shinri. I'd understood my role as your protector, because I'd known who you meant. Because prior to your arrival, Shinri's voice, as well as his memories of you from the other side, had reached me. Stronger and stronger, realms apart. It didn't matter. Shinri and your guild companions were searching for you.
Now it's nighttime.
And so, from this side, we searched the lands together. Together on horseback. Day by day, we traversed just about all of this Elysium in hopes of finding a way home. But we'd failed. We spoke to mercenaries, to peasants, and to nobility. Even the birds. But none of them had ever heard of another Elysium. Maybe they hadn't, but I had. Because, for reasons I hadn't told you, I'd been wanted by many kingdoms for a long time. I wonder, have you heard of something called Doppelgänger? I'm too afraid to ask you, because if I do, and if the text I'd stolen from a certain king turned out to be true, it means that in order to leave this place, you have to... ... Thank you for today! We searched just about everywhere together, didn't we? I know you said that you wanted to help, but I wouldn't blame you for stopping at this point. Yeah, we might have to... Like, one of us might have to die! You're still feeling bad about it, I say. You worry too much about me. But for someone like me, it's fine not to, Bloody. Then again, that must be something you learned from your worlds. From the other me and your guildmates.
Don't worry.
No need for that.
It'll be okay.
I promised I'd help you find your way back, and I'm a man of my word. Yeah, he doesn't want me to travel on an empty stomach. He's gonna cook me food. Yay! My words put you at ease. I watch as you huddle closer to our campfire and adjust the blanket over your shoulders. The two of us seem to have developed a routine by now. Just you and me here, with no one other than ourselves. Some people go their whole lives without knowing this kind of simple happiness. I thought I would be one. How long has it been since you arrived? Because I'd come to enjoy your presence so much, I'd lost track of time and stopped counting. Maybe it's been a couple of weeks now. Or had it been longer? You remember how long it's been since we started looking?
No, I forgot.
So you feel the same.
I guess I stopped paying attention. I'll get back eventually. And this isn't terrible. You've been a good friend to me.
I realized that no one said that to me before. I can't recall a time anyone had ever referred to me as their friend. I pull on the brim of my hat. My very fancy hunter hat. As hunters should have. All hunters are required to have a nice, fancy hat. He is very well equipped. I approve, as a fellow hunter. I forgot to keep count, too. I suppose it can't be helped. Right? Anyway, you take your turn bathing first tonight. For no particular reason. I need to make some preparations for tomorrow. Like finding a good spot to peek. I mean, get some carrots for the horse.
Oh, yeah?
Tomorrow? A few days ago when I asked you about your birthday, you couldn't tell me. Ah, that. How could I explain to my memory doesn't go that far? It's like this world is... I thought that was really sad, Huntsman. Did you? Of course you would. So, we're celebrating your birthday tomorrow. Yeah! Your birthday going forward will be January 15th, because that's the day I'm streaming today. That's twice now this game has done that. Stop it, game. Don't forget, okay? If you say so. I'll tell you that I don't need it, but you're too excited for me to try and stop you. I'll take a bath now.
Good, take your time. Take plenty of time. Take all the time.
You know. The moonlight makes the river shine silver. I take my time in the water. My hair sticks to the nape of my neck when I wash it. I could tell who the writer's favorite was. Then I think about how you'd call me your friend. You'd gone as far to make up a birthday for me, too. What if we were happy like this, Bloody? If you didn't want to go back anymore? No. I can't think like that. It's not right for you to stay here. I can't believe the thoughts are even surfacing in my mind right now. I close my eyes to try and escape them. And when I do, I see a memory. One of his memories.
Shinri.
Each morning.
Shinri is happy and sharing a pot of coffee with you and your friends. Someone with 2 different colored eyes spills some on himself, and his pet jingles loudly as it flees the splash. A man with blonde hair is arm wrestling with a small man in a ponytail. A young man in white and blue is carrying a still sleeping redhead teammate into the room in his back. Did he just not want to wake up?
Seems like it. Let's give him 30 minutes.
...
I see things for what they are. Life together with me in this miserable parallel world could never compare to something like the life you had before. So I'll send you home. I'll send you somewhere happier without hesitation. And according to that text I'd stolen from the ice plane, about the project called Doppelgänger, I know exactly what I'm doing. I have to help you finish this route we're trapped in. So he knows too! Oh god. That's 2 wall breakers.
It's like, well, you You gotta finish off the route with the nice little romantic scene, you know, with the nice little CG. Like, you know, we could make it all nice and cute and
Not have us die horribly? Today is the huntsman's birthday. Because I said so. Did he told me he couldn't remember his real one. I thought it might be fun to try celebrating today. He doesn't know it, but I managed to prepare a gift. I'm excited to give it to him. If only I could actually find him. He's not in his tent. Weird. Huntsman? Are you here? Aside from me, our camp is empty. His horse is gone. I have a stinky feel in my stomach. Deep in the forest? I've searched the deeper parts of the forest for him, but there's no sign of him anywhere. Huntsman? I call for him again, and I'm still not met by a response. Why do I feel like something terrible has happened to him? No, I can't panic. I need to stay calm. Deeper? I searched the deeper parts of the forest for him, but there's no sign of him anywhere. Huntsman? I call him again, and am still not met by a response. Why do I feel like something terrible has happened to him? No, I can't panic. I need to stay calm. Go deeper. Wait, is it the same thing? Maybe one more time, just to be sure. Okay. The game's like, go to town! But are you sure? Go to town! I hurry from the forest to the meadows I remember. Huntsman? And what I see next is... The huntsman is lying on the ground! An arrow protrudes from his chest! No! Why do you look so hot, dying? No! His hair is pulled around his head, and his hat sags from its usual position. But God, you look fucking gorgeous. I hate it. Honey's so pretty. Honey's dying. His blood stains the blades of grass beneath him a dark, gritty red. As he looks at me, I see it dribbling down the side of his mouth as well. How long has he been like this? Who did this to you? I fall to his side. I can't believe my eyes. I'm sorry. I didn't want you to see. As I reach for the arrow in his chest, the huntsman touches the side of my wrist to stop me. Listen to me. It's okay. It's not okay! You need help! Bloody. My eyes are bloody with tears. I can't stand the sight of him hurting like this. What have they done to my man? Yeah, I can't believe my eyes if 10 million fireflies. If they shot my man while I was asleep. Am I too late? Can he still be saved? Don't cry. This may not make sense to you, but I did this to myself. Literally how? Kinda looks like Alucard here. Yeah. I did this to send you home. To himself? For me? I never wanted this! My throat is burning. I hiccup and sob, unable to keep myself under control. Don't cry anymore, okay?
Sorry.
I don't want you to cry on my birthday. I'm the birthday boy. And my martyr complex demands that for my birthday, I must sacrifice myself for your sake. God damn it, Shenry, why? He mutters his strength to smile. Even now, he's thinking of me. Your birthday was supposed to be today! It wasn't supposed to be like this! I want to do something special for you. Then smile at me. How can I? If you can't now, and then smile at him, the other me, on the other side. Because this won't be the last time I see you. I can see you through him. Do you understand? I see the shine disappearing from his eyes. His death seems so long and so painful. Trust me, alright? This has to happen. What if I don't wanna? I don't wanna. Alright, fine. Believe you. I must believe in what he says. Ein Hill, shakily, and nod. I believe you. I trust you. Yeah, shoot an arrow. Yeah, he probably just shot it up and let it fall down, I guess. He lays his head back on the grass. But even that movement seems excruciating for him. To his left are his bow and his arrows. And though I believe this must happen, because he tells me so, with his bow and an arrow, I could help him. I could. Could I? You don't have to. He's still so kind. He'd allow me to leave him here, but I can't do that to him. I will. I rise from where I'm crouched. I'm lightheaded from crying, but I collect the arrows and raise the bow in my hands. God damn it, Shinri, why did you make me do this? I aim between his eyes. His smile has finally met them this time, 'cause he's such a fucking masochist. Jesus Christ. I want to help him. I don't want him to hurt anymore. And more importantly, I want to smile for him on the other side. I draw the bow and he is dead. Happy birthday, huntsman. No! Dang, that was brutal. You have acquired 6 keys. That's all of them. Which means now we can make our way to the true ending. Oh geez, the screen's all dark. Yeah, I see truths over there. Alright. Well, let's read his bio. Yeah, Joe Suichi Shinri's doppelganger. Residence unknown. Other Elysium. Likes fishing, sleeping under starlight, getting to know locals, protecting the weak. Dislikes haunted places, pretentious businesses, wastefulness, invasive personal questions. Who is this man? Thanks for the clip. Fair food. Heroes. I like me a nice hero. The steadfast and mysterious huntsman's loyalty belongs to no kingdom, and he follows his strong moral compass without care for where it lands him. He rides a ghastly horse without eyes, and though his appearance may be intimidating, he is revered by many villagers as a wandering hero and vigilante. Not much is known about his past, but it would seem that he harbors many grudges towards royalty and often acts in opposition to their wishes. At some point, he even faced imprisonment in an ice plane for stealing the high ancient text of the archive called Hollow Stars EN Halloween Project 2013, in which he learned about the true nature of his world. Shortly before the player arrived in Other Elysium, the huntsman would also become capable of momentary spiritual contact with his other self, Yoshuichi Shinri. After bearing witness to Shinri's strong memories and emotional attachments, the huntsman felt compelled to serve as the player's protector. While he would grow attached to spending time with the player, the huntsman would eventually accept the futility of his world's nature and sacrifice himself to help send the player back to the real Elysium and his other self. No! Yeah, so there's just one more. The truth. What was my name? My name is Bloody. It's Bloody. In the vast darkness, another door appears to you. A mysterious door with 6 keyholes, each of them with a different jewel-colored lining. As you approach it now, you know where it'll lead. After all, you've been through a lot to get here. It's like, will this take us home? You remember the many stories you'd witnessed and played a part in. The huntsmans, the Karasu demons, the abandoned automatons, the showmans, the exiled princes, the demon kings. All 6 keys you'd worked hard to collect dissipate into the abyss. A lock clicks, and when you finally open the door, like, oh boy, what a lovely trip down memory lane! Fantastic. I'm almost home. Wait for me, guys. I wake up beneath the shade of a large tree. Is this the start of another twisted story? I don't know anymore. My whole body is sore and there are knots in my back. Ooh, me back. I take a deep breath. This place looks like Elysium. It looks like a meadow not too far from the Guildhall, actually, but... Bloody? That you? Did it work? They're back! Look, I see them over there! For real? Move out of the way, Metal! Why single me out like that? Everyone else is in your way, too! Wait, did we really find Bloody? I was worried we were going to have to make signs for a missing person. Finally, now that we found Bloody, we can call this done and get the Halloween party started like we wanted to. As the Tempest Guild members come closer to me, I prop myself upright at the base of the tree. A whole gang's here. I'm stunned and at a loss for words. Because I've experienced so many tragedies, I don't even know what to say to them. Would they believe me if I told them what I saw? Had I just conked out here and seen a series of different nightmares? The dude on the left needs a new shirt. That's Shinwi! His tits just work like that. Don't worry. He does put a shirt on sometimes. Don't worry. I told you guys there would be man tits eventually. Here they are. Like 2.5 hours later. No, they definitely been real. But yeah, Domo Deadly Kiwi. Yes, hello. How you doing? As you can see, we have reached the point of the game where we get the titties. I can't believe otherwise. Sorry, everyone, for making you worry. How long have you guys been looking for me? Way too long. By that I mean a couple of days now. Are you alright? You look like you've been through it. Want me to carry you back? How do I even approach this subject? Doing good? That's good. Was I here the whole time? What did I look like when you saw me? You looked like you were just sleeping just now. But you definitely weren't here the whole time. We searched most of Elysium for you after you were gone too long. Yeah! Altair sent me and Shinri out this way to check yesterday. But we didn't see you then, but maybe we just didn't notice? Who knows? No, that's not it. I was over here 2 or 3 times when we looked. I must have really disappeared and then reappeared here. I physically wound up on the other side, just like I thought. And now, after experiencing those 6 different tragedies, I'm back here. I don't even know how to begin explaining what happened to the boys. So I'll save it for another day. For now, I'm just relieved to be back. Things are going to be okay now. I missed them. I missed these guys so much. I had some really bad dreams. Really, really bad dreams. And you were in it, and you were in it. I don't know why I was out so long, but that's about all I can say. That's okay, I get it. I understand that feeling too. The 2 of them look at each other as if they know something I don't before they look at me again. Well, their doppelgangers had some kind of psychic connection going on, so, you know, they know. Come to think of it, hadn't their doppelgangers come into contact with their other selves? This game gets it! Allegedly. I guess I'll just find an opportunity to ask them one day. Let's not beat around the bush. We should get Bloody up out of the dirt. So are we still going to open the hall for the party? Think it can't hurt. That's a good way to welcome Bloody back. All right, we've got to set the sound system up for karaoke. Come on, let's get you back inside. The boys help me up from the grass and lead me back towards the guild hall. When I'm on both feet, I'm met by a group hug. Oh. Some of them use my hair or tease me, but I don't pay attention because I'm home. I'm home. Finally home. I'm where I belong. I can't even describe how relieved I am. How good that feels. As the Tempest Guildhall slowly comes into view, I look forward to a Halloween spent together with my friends. Yay! We did it! Oop, did I just skip the credits? Probably. But yeah, as you can see, it's like the Manes are their managers. And so it's like, that's why I'm like, yeah, this is like made by the HoloLive staff. But yeah, let me see here. Yeah, it ended a little early, but I think we'll just leave it at that for today. I mean, overall, it was really good. Had some nice, gory, spooky bits in it. It's like everyone was cool and interesting. It's like, it's funny how some of them were like, yeah, it's like it ranged from, I'm going to kill you to, I'm going to help you by sacrificing myself. It's like, okay. Yeah, you came just in time for the boobies. But this game is on Steam if you want to get it. You can see the title right here. Like I said, I had gotten it on sale, so I was like, yeah, I gotta play this. I wasn't sure how long it was gonna take, so that's why I was like, you know what? Let me just do it on a Wednesday. Yeah, let me go find somebody to raid. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. We have choices. What I do with those choices, I don't know. Maybe this person. I don't know if they're... I see them chatting. I don't know if that's a wrapping up chatting or... I don't know. Well, either way, thank you all so much for coming. Pikachu tomorrow. We'll resume that. Saturday, I've got something in mind. Hopefully I spelled that correctly. I think I did. So yeah, look forward to more Pikachu tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Rest well. Eat your vegetables. And, be careful who you're looking at out there. Might be somebody you know. Could be a doppelganger in disguise. Good night.